What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Alongside Brock Heward in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, we usually at this point talk about quarterback, talk about it. We're through the bye weeks and into the race for the postseason. Week 15 is underway on EA Sports. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they send it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
He has it at the 33. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So they come on offense now, readying for their opening drive. And bringing them out someone this defense is really going to have to keep an eye on, this mobile QB.
And you could feel it, Kate. He wasn't content at any point of last week's game. As he led them to a win, he kept pushing higher and higher. 300 yards, 350, 400, and he was still thriving, driving the ball downfield as the game ended with a good bit over 400 yards. With this mindset, that's the minimum bar for him to attack this week.
And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's brought down after a decent gain. Give him 4 on that play. So now they've got 2nd and goal. Running for it again. Goes up and over for the touchdown. These guys don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one splits the uprights. And his guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. This return makes it up to the 25. Visitors and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And it's been impossible to contain this guy as both a passer and a runner all season. Late in the year, look, he's the leader among quarterbacks in rushing yards. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down. Pass play now. Into traffic, complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Third and a lone yard coming up. Here's the one back on the handoff. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First and 10, looking to throw. Oh, and the rush is too much. He's taken down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Another try following the sack. That's Mayer. He's got it. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space.
And he's in. Touchdown! These guys reach pay dirt for the first time this game. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Now we'll see them try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And these guys tie this game 7-7. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Now bottling up as he gets the return to the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Dumped off to his running back. And he's tackled for a short gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that'll give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They're throwing it. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Throwing the out route complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Pass play coming here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Setting up a throw. Short pass brought in. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Now, after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blown back, gets the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
This defense could not make a bigger statement out of the gate with this game. Man, the lead up to a ball game, trash talk. Right, things said in the paper, bulletin board material, whatever it is. This defense took something personal, Kate, and they are taking it out on this quarterback.
So out now comes the punter. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. It's taken at midfield. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as he continues lighting up the stat sheets this season, we can see he's still chasing one man for the NFL lead in passing yardage. They bring a tight end in motion right. Play action on 1st down. Complete out to the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 27 on the play. And it'll give him a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
On 2nd and 5 now. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Well, these top-tier offenses have brought the firepower so far. Plenty of points in that 1st quarter. Scoreboard shows 10-7. Back in a moment with more of the NFL on EA Sports. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They've got 1st and goal to work with. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He's into the end zone. Touchdown! It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Kicking team on to try the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And his guys make it a 10-point ball game. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. Visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And you always got to watch him when you're down near the red zone. He is sitting second right now among all NFL quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. They go play action on first. Got a man. It's Mayer. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. On first down, they'll run. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Here we go, second and very long. Throw reeled in by Mayer. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Running it now out of the gun. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Back-to-back carries here. And second verse, same as the first. He's bottled up at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Looking for a throw here. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And he adds some yards to the pick before they bring him down.
A lot of defenders got some offense in their background, and it's been my life experience that they'll tell you about it. And right there, he put it on display. He brought in the pick and instantly became a runner, searching for the open field to add a little something to the return.
Their offense returning to the field for another possession. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now a give on the counter. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. So now here's 3rd and 5.
Makes it 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And they'll have first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Tight end going in motion here. After the sack, another pass on second down. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Looking to the air here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Back to the well again. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there, and he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Another carry for him. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Setting up the screen. Takes out a one-stop. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
New set of downs for him at the 38. The tight end going in motion right. To throw it on 1st down. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. 1st down from the red zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Motioning the tight end now. Back to the air here on 2nd and 10. Gets it to him on the screen. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And they bring him down after the pick and decent return.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Their offense ready to take the field now. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. To throw here on first down. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Dropping back to throw. They bring the pressure. Down he goes. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. They'll try and throw it here. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Juke the defender. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Hard to do better than that. A 66-yard punt. And it'll be their football. Their offense headed out now. Not much time left before the half. They still have access to a pair of timeouts and a little time left, too. So points very much still in play here before the half. Escape. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. Another try following the sack. He's on the move. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Here's a throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
Yeah, kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they got to see the chains move to get it going. But that forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 1st and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
So we're at the halfway point of this game. A 13-point lead for him at the break. As we hear from Jonathan Coachman over in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the home side who have the lead.
No need for halftime. We'll just keep it right here and get started with the 3rd quarter. The story is halfway told. Let's see what the back half has in store as we get started in the 3rd quarter. Evans now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So their offense will have it first to begin quarter number 3. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the 3rd. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Connecting on the slant. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be a 1st down. They'll send their tight end right. To the air now on 1st and 10. And he can't reel it in. Incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
He's got it over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Throwing off the play fake here. Cut out left. Running in the red zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Trying again following the sack. Finds his back complete. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion. So that
pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the pressure drives them backwards.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll give them a 16-point advantage.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Another drive coming up for this offense. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback. Who's had the
trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Take a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. Had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. He'll look to throw. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Back to throw now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here's 2nd and 5. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 48. Finds his man over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Oh, flag is down here. This might be a free play. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught.
Offside. Defense.
So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. They are throwing it again. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Putting the tight end in motion. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they're going to face 3rd down. He's going to throw this one. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moments. He's at the 1. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's a give on 1st and goal. Has them the touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
That one right down the middle. And these guys stretch the lead to 23. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. This return starts at the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. This offense making its way back out now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. Hits him on the out route. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Takes off right out of the read option. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up 4th and long. They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Fields this clean at the 30. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. 58 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be their football coming up. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Here's the handoff. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's a give up the middle. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
They give it to him again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you could recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Give him a few yards on that run. It's second and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Hand off to the back. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. That one's complete, right side. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. They go play action here. Bails out of the pocket. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. He's dropping back to throw. Completed over the middle. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Now looking to throw. Don't try and force it into the slant. It's intercepted.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he evaded obstacles and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
And there's only one team satisfied with their spot in the playoffs right now, and that's the one currently at the top. A lot of time left for everybody else to jostle for better position, or simply for one of the 7 spots available. Throwing from the gun. He'll get this to Samuel. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 at the 45-yard line.
They send a man in motion. From the 45 on 2nd down. Complete out to the right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. First down, ball at the 36. He'll throw it. That's Mayer. He's got it. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
That's taken in by Samuel. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end. This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Dumps it off to his running back. So now here's 3rd and 5. Pass play now. Finds him over the middle. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. 1st and goal. They'll try an option to the left. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So now, here's 3rd and goal. They're throwing it. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Tough to blame him for that drop, Rock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back, the pick 6. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Lining up now to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And his guys continue piling on to this lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Starting from the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. Back out runs their offense. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick 6. Need short memories here as they head back out. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick 6. He's on the move. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Well, that is not how you make the most of an opportunity when your defense gives you the football back. But the good news is, Brock, at least they get another shot at it.
Yeah, when you're running on the field, you feel the joy of that defense, right? They just got you a possession. They're giving you an opportunity. And thankfully, they saved the day by at least jumping on the ball.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Trying again, following the sack. Dumped off to his running back. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he's stopped. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in San Antonio. These guys hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Throwing now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Their punter making his way out now. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. He takes this in on his side of midfield. And he's brought down before the return gets far. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Sending a receiver left. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. He picks up 15 on the play. And they're going to have a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Right up the gut. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this one doesn't go far. Just a couple on the pickup there, so back-to-back runs leave him with a 3rd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And save for a few moments in that opening quarter, Brock, they pitched a shutout defensively that in the end was the impetus for the victory. They're going to be bummed not to have that goose egg on the board at the end of this one, no doubt, but a performance to be lauded nonetheless.